Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Texas Day 2 once again brought us some sweet Jimin and Jungkook moments that caught fans' attention. They looked comfortable, laughed a lot, and seemed completely natural around each other. But there was one moment that really got fans talking. While singing All I Want Is You, Jungkook turned toward Jimin. Combined with Jimin's sweetheart gesture, this brief moment instantly became even more interesting. So, what Jikook moments happened this time? Let's take a look. They looked together as usual, comfortable, happy, and completely themselves. There was no awkward distance or obvious avoidance, as some people had previously speculated. Instead, the little interactions between Jimin and Jungkook showed just how natural they seem when they are around each other. One detail that immediately caught attention was Jimin's small gesture as he folded his hands into a heart. With his sweet expression and slightly playful vibe, such a simple moment suddenly felt much more interesting. But there was one thing that made fans wonder again. Why does it seem that whenever Jimin and Jungkook make a heart gesture, their instinct is somehow to show it to each other? Why does such a simple gesture so often become something they share together? Oh, Jikook, you really know how to make the smallest moments so much more interesting. Seeing Jimin and Jungkook so comfortable together is certainly something enjoyable. However, we should also remember that they work as members of a group and, of course, have professional lives and responsibilities to handle. That means they will not always interact in the same way. Sometimes, they may simply be focused on their work, the stage, or their individual activities. As fans, it is understandable to feel a little disappointed when their interactions are not as frequent as expected. But that does not mean we should immediately associate it with something negative. In fact, professionalism and personal boundaries are important parts of their work. So this time, let's leave the speculation behind and focus on what we can actually see. When Jimin and Jungkook are together and look comfortable, laugh, talk, or simply share small moments, isn't that already enough to enjoy? One particularly interesting moment happened when Jimin and Jungkook were seen sitting next to each other. They appeared to be talking, whispering, laughing, and casually enjoying each other's company. There was no sense of awkwardness between them. Jimin looked happy and smiled brightly, while Jungkook also appeared cheerful and laughed quite a lot. The two looked incredibly comfortable sitting close to each other, as if there was nothing they needed to force or pretend. Then came another moment that immediately caught fans' attention. While singing a song, Jungkook was standing not far from Jimin. When he reached the lyrics, All I Want Is You, Jungkook appeared to turn toward Jimin while singing that part. Of course, as Jikook fans, it is hard not to notice a moment like this. Jungkook's gaze toward Jimin, combined with Jimin's reaction, smiling, laughing softly, and looking slightly shy, made the moment feel even sweeter. It may have lasted only a few seconds, but these tiny details are exactly what often make fans replay a clip again and again. However, how you interpret that moment is entirely up to you. There is no need to jump to conclusions. What we can enjoy is what is actually visible. The smiles, glances, conversations, laughter, and small gestures that naturally happen between them. These simple moments are what make Jimin and Jungkook's interactions feel special. They do not always need a big or dramatic moment. Sometimes, simply sitting beside each other, talking, laughing together, or giving each other a little attention is enough for their chemistry to shine through. Texas Day 2 truly delivered several interesting Jikook moments. From being together on stage, sitting close to each other, talking and whispering, to sharing laughter, everything felt natural and enjoyable to watch. There is no need to force a particular narrative when the moments themselves are already interesting enough. Of course, appreciation also goes to J-Hope and the ARMYs who attended the concert and shared clips of these moments. Thanks to them, fans who could not be there in Texas were still able to experience the atmosphere of the concert and see the little interactions that might otherwise have been missed if we only relied on official footage. At the end of the day, perhaps we simply do not need to look for something negative in every interaction. Jimin and Jungkook are two BTS members with their own personalities, schedules, and responsibilities. There are times when they interact a lot and seem very close, and there are also times when they are more focused on their work. All of that is completely normal. What is interesting is that whenever they have the opportunity to be together, they seem able to enjoy those moments naturally. Jimin's smile, Jungkook's laughter, their little conversations, whispers, and even simple gestures like making a heart can become sweet memories for fans to enjoy. So rather than focusing on speculation that may not even be true, let's simply enjoy the positive moments Jikook gave us during Texas Day 2. Let every smile, glance, laugh, and little gesture speak for itself without forcing it into a particular conclusion. Because in the end, perhaps it is that simplicity that makes Jimin and Jungkook's interactions so interesting to watch. They look comfortable, happy, and able to enjoy each other's company as two people who have known each other for a long time. We hope you enjoyed all the sweet Jikook moments from Texas Day 2. Don't forget to continue supporting BTS, enjoying their journey, and, of course, respecting each member's privacy and personal boundaries. See you in the next video with even more interesting moments. And those were some of the sweetest Jikook moments from Texas Day 2. From smiles and laughter to little conversations, glances, and simple heart gestures, every moment showed how enjoyable it is to see them sharing time together. We don't need to force any conclusions. Let each moment speak for itself, and let's continue enjoying the positive side of BTS's journey while respecting every member's privacy and boundaries. So, which Jikook moment caught your attention the most during Texas Day 2, the heart gesture from Jimin, or the moment Jungkook sang, "All I Want Is You," while turning toward Jimin? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Jikook moments. See you in the next video.